कास्टिङ हो क्या यार तिमी म चाहिँ के गर्नु यहाँ आएर चाहिँ यहाँ बसेर तिमी के गर भन्दा मलाई पठाऊ म छिटो छिटो टक 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 काम गर्छु
त्यसले आइडी पास आए पछाडि त वाट्सएपमा स्योर पठाउँछ नि दोस्त साथी त्यसले आइडी पास आयो भने स्योर पठाउँछ नि अल्फा गेमिङ हेलो
दाइ पठाइसक्यो हेर त
हजुर म खान्छु भाइ हेलो केटा त्यसले त्यहाँ आइडी पास आए पछाडि स्योर पठाउँछ नि भनेको वाट्सएपको ग्रुपमा कि सुन्दैनौ गाइज हेलो हजुर ल
दाइ मैले उता पठाइसकेछु ल हेर्दै गर्नु ल
आइडियो होइन क्या टकटक भाइ जोस 121 वाला हो क्या
लाइभ स्टार्ट हुन्छ कि दाइ हेर त म कास्टिङ हान्दै गरौँ त्यसो So hello guys, welcome and good evening to all, and here we see that we are at the moment where we just entered in the matches, and I'm gonna see that we have the
we will be seeing some in the front we are seeing in front of them are teams rushing in, but they are still fighting. And the teams, I guess, have decided to go along with their path and rotations. But here in the opposing side, there is still a team left. But they are, I guess, trying to still fight for it. You can see that they are still fighting for it again. In front of them, they have a great position upholding into the church areas and including the church areas and around the opposing sides. They are still holding their sides and pretty much have an advantage. But we will be seeing the map right now. So the map view is quite not clear, but let's enjoy it for the moment. The map shows that the teams who were in the opposing side are again getting lost in by the teams who were near the skill side because they are still ahead of themselves and they are getting into the zone. They have already entered the zone. It might be a difficult situation for uh, HTG sports because they are in the church side area and they're kind of in an open, so it might be difficult for them to fight and win the land over by themselves. But they are really playing a great split, which might be getting out of hand in the following matches. But following the matches, they are performing great, even though they have zero eliminations, but they are still performing great. They are holding their positions. And as we can see, they're, I guess, moving ahead zones. They already have the zone, but still they are moving. Number 2 player of this team is fighting along. The map, we can see that the 90% of the teams are in the zone, as we can see, but still there's still some 2 lanes left to join the zone. You can see the fight between 2 teams. They are getting ahead. BY, I guess Baby Sports, they are getting finished. 16th position is Nade Gaming in Limitless Sports getting eliminated by HTZ Sports. They are getting eliminated, and Limitless Sports is getting out of this match at 15th positions. Here comes Team SPTBSS here. They have hold a pretty quiet area. They have acquired a pretty quite good area, but still they are fighting for more. The zone has got a new chance. The zone has got out of their hand. I guess they are making a move and going forward alongside it. Alongside it, they are going forward. And we can see that the teams are following the road and they are again moving on ahead. They are still fighting the lands, and we will be seeing some turbulence in the team's playing styles. The players are almost to the zone, but I guess 2 teams are left to join the zone, but still it's quite fantastic if you were to ask me. But we will be seeing some intervals in the match. In front of the BSS post there's a team, but they might be not getting acquired by the teams. They're getting in the sniper tower, but their sniper tower is still ahead of the zone, but they might be getting back down by the zone with a bit of bad luck, they are getting back down. But we cannot expect anything from it right now. Nitin, मेरो आवाजै आएको छैन लाइभमा। नितिन, मेरो आवाजै आएको छैन लाइभमा। Okay, we can see that the matches are right now getting held on. Okay, as we can see, the teams are still looting, but they are in the zone. The nearby teams are fighting. And here comes a knock. Not all North Sports getting knocked by the some team. I couldn't quite see it, but North Sports is again getting knocked. Comes to moves in sports, they are moving along, they are out of the zone, but still they are fighting along the sides. They are moving in a straight line, not sports getting eliminated. They were getting some kills, but they are getting eliminated for this match, but they will be rezoning the match in the next match. But even though we're getting a bit of practices in them right now. Let's see what will we see. We will be see in the forwarding the match. The matches we will be seeing is very girl, and the zone is not any of the favors in the tables will be turned, and the matches are still ahead of themselves when they are getting killed. The teams are fighting right now. They are getting the smoke, they're getting scooped on their right in their faces. Right in the faces. No one is on the backside. They might be getting a tough situation if somebody gets on their back, but still, in front of them there is still a team, last man standing, I guess. But in the back of the GR Sports, there is no one, so they are, I guess, not present right at the movement. The leaderboard side, the left, right hand side leaderboard, we can see that the most of the teams are eliminated, and some one team, the TRX Sports, the one we see in front of us screen, the players is last man standing, so he might be getting eliminated soon because he's the last man standing player and he has no backup. But behind we can see the team Serbia. I guess holding the matches, and he's getting a pinning a neck. TRX Sports pinning a neck, getting rust at, but here comes an aid, but he's not getting any damages. Sorgan incoming, but he's going to be losing this fight against the opponent. But to the next match, we will see a much more greater fight. Again, here comes a fight of HTZ Esports. They were getting a fight full of hopes, like the previous sometimes. In front of them, they are very much peculiarly fighting. They are getting shot at, but from their back, but they will be getting killed. I guess there is the HDD teams is getting onto the last man standings, but he might be getting also killed because there are two players in front of him. But the nades are still getting pinned. But here comes a nade. Right, HD Sports was on a spot, but he managed to dodge it. Lavity Sports managed to lose it. Team Lavadia managed to dodge it, but still there are sometimes the teams will be underperforming here. The HD Sports is taken down, but we will be seeing next furthermore actions. They were staying in the Posinki hillside, like that side, but they were getting a firm position from there as well, but the zone was in their favor, so the tables turned. And we can see that the GR teams with their two eliminations with full man standings is getting rushing to the next sports. Sports, here we can see that they have quite made a split right now. The split is greater than I imagined, but still is far more better. Team TS is getting kills of Team S2S. Nick is getting knocked. I guess he's also getting finished. S2S is getting again knock of T to C times 2. He's getting finished as well, but here comes a sword from the GR Sports. He's getting knocked. Exports, last man standing. I guess he's not getting any revival. Chances has he. Map is vaguely big. So the teams are much more. Next Sports getting eliminated by GI Sports. This match has turned many favors. Next Sports has eliminated with 2 eliminations on the name, but still there are some chances. GI Sports moving ahead. Sports getting knocked. Sports getting finished, but they are quite facile, and they are getting again. GI Sports again getting knocked and finished, but at the same time, Magua Sports getting eliminated from this match. But we will be seeing some eliminating things, that is. Here we can see the teams are performing very quietly. Teams are not be underestimated. They are getting a much more uphold. Trying to pursue themselves. themselves in front of the matches. They are getting still some chances ahead of themselves, but will there be any chances to make any errors right now? That's the main questions. That's the main question. We can see there comes a nade. It's on spot. Will it execute properly? Not quite, but they are still ahead of themselves. But we can see that the teams are quite frequent. They are getting very much nicer and nicer by the time moving time, but let's see what will be happening in the next match. Comes Joy Sports with 5 eliminations, 3-man standings. 3-man standings getting knocked out, but he's getting 2 players are getting knocked out of the zone. Last man standing converted to last man standing. This match has brought many coincidence, like many sharp turns out throughout the matches. LV Sports getting Team LV getting out of the match, but they are they are having trouble, but we will not see any trouble following the matches. Following the matches, Team Serbia again getting 8 pinned on one sports, but I guess he's getting knocked by the moving car. This changing seats was favorable for them, to be honest. And you're seeing that the teams are getting quite freakingly fighting, and they are getting very tactical move into themselves. One sports in the bottom side is knocked, but will his teammate be able to revive him in front of him? There are many teams, but in front, neither in front of him nor the back. He is both, and from all sides, the zone sides is getting covered at. You can see the match fraggers. And unstoppable with 8 kills. Azir Kyo, PSA, Sede, Baza Sports getting unstoppable ranking, but they are still not stoppable right now. They are carrying a full team right now. They have many chances, as we can see on the top. They have many chances to get ahead of themselves and carry out the match. Throughout the match, we will be seeing many changes again in front of them. S2S Sports getting knocked by TBSS Esports. Team TBSS is quite fighting right now, but they are at a loss. They are at a loss as well. They are getting knocked. But will it be able to, again, one player is again been knocked, but will it be able to revive and recover his teammate? Is not quite so. Here comes a nade. He's on perfect ace, but it doesn't put any damage on him. Last man standing. S2S was getting out of the match. Last two teams spamming towards the end, and the winner with second dinner is taken without even a blink of seconds. The winner with second dinner was quite frequently freaky, because the teams were fighting along themselves and they were quite becoming freaky and were doing some very fighting moves. We will be seeing again in the next match as well. The next match will be interesting as well. And moving on to the match rankings, we'll be seeing the match ranking as well. And the match rankings and the overall rankings will be same, because this is the first match, but still there are 4 matches left. We'll be seeing 4 matches more. Enjoy that, audience. That is a very good thing. As an audience, I did like this match. I did like this match because it was very full of interesting moments. They were seeing very moments they were getting killed at and getting sorted at, but they were trying to get out of trouble. Here comes the WCD. Chicken in a summary, you can see that the teams eliminated with 12 knocks and 19 kills. The assists, and then the damage is 31-21. And the winner chicken dinner team stats has followed, and they are quite nice. The team's player, most valuable player, is Akio. Was also unstoppable. He just did like the 8 kills just moments before getting the win in the match, but it was quite nice. And he has the most damage as well. But let's move on to the match rankings, shall we? And we'll be seeing some interesting moments. Player summary. We can see that the Baza Esports are the ones with the most place in this match and the fraggers summary because they have made their names in the fraggers with 10 kills, highest damage, and the 2 net kills belongs to HTD Sports. And here comes head-to-head teams, head-to-head players. Sorry, there's a Q from Beza Esports, a Q or something, UKO, and S2S Esports. I don't know how do I pronounce his name, but it is Alticasa maybe or not. I might be wrong. But alongside of head-to-head players, we can see that the head-to-head teams are again Baza Esports and Suit Survive. Baza teams have eliminated 19 players with 100 damage. That's quite nice, but they have only healed 542, which is the summary of the whole players. That is quite less than expected, even though the second team is become the second holders in the match. They're holding a positions of in the HP of 738, and the total knocks is still higher than the suit to survive. But moving on to the match rankings, we will be seeing some interesting changes because it's the first match, and from the next match we will be seeing interesting interesting changes as well. So we will be seeing some more in details matches. Here the match summary begins and ends as I told you. But here comes match standings. Match standings is quite favorable and it is quite nice. Here comes again match standings, and the match standings are quite nice. From the first match, the Battle Sports has managed to get about 30 kills, 30 points. That is very nice of them to start their tournament in the match. Into the first match, they are getting very much points into their name, but they are still not ahead of themselves, just carrying on just a few steps back. Is should to survive, I suppose. They are still with 13, quite far from the match rankings in the advanced rankings, but still they have chances. Here we can see the top fraggers. The first one from Bazakio, who was the man of the match as well, has managed to get 10 kills with 1327 damages with 2 assists. But we will be seeing some interesting combos, interesting matches, which we will be seeing any time soon. And the things which we will be seeing is quite interesting. And the next match will start soon, but till then, you have to enjoy the highlights. But till then, take care. We will see you after the highlights. Okay, Mike, let's action. Coral theme chicken theme जाने के लिए यता मैले फेरि स्ट्रिम स्टार्ट गर्दै गएन सायद गएको छैन पुरै म्याच म्याच चाहिँ भएको छैन नि त म्याच चाहिँ मैले कलर चेन्ज गरेको नि कसले कलर चेन्ज हाल्नुभयो अनि तिमीले त के कलर हालेको त त्यो त चेप्पाइदियो यार उयोमा चेन्ज गर न रुमबाट चेन्ज गर न मैले अघि जुन हालेको त्यो गर न यो केमा हुन्छ फिल्टर लाउन आउँछ कलर करेक्सनमा हुन्छ त्यो मैले आइडी पठाएछ कि नि आयो मलाई यो गरिदिउँ न त्यो मैले आइडी पठाइसकेँ लोगो लेखेको छ त्यसले हाल्ने होइन नि त्यहाँ ट्याप थिम हाल्ने हो नि त्यो सफ्टवेयरमा त ब्राउजिङमा चाहिँ हामी सबै लोगो हाल्दैछु के गर्दैछु यार next match. Yes, we are. So the public needs to decide what we're going to be witnessing in this match. It is very interesting. It is very interesting. It will be very interesting, but we will see what will go on this match as well. And we can see the map view. The map view, we can see that the plane path has been in the middle, but we can see only one map, one plane path. That's something weird, but still we will be working on that. Okay, the players are still dropping from the maps, dropping into the maps. We'll be seeing player POV right now. Player POV. Moving on to the player POV, we can see that the players are very nearby and moving along, and they will get very reactions from the opponent teams. See that Cyber Hero is getting pushed at, but they're still getting not much of a chance. The teams are getting their own kills, but one of the teammates are in the recall, either going to the recall or are in the recall. And yes, we can see that Cyber Hero is getting pushed at, but the ZR Sports is still getting. The players are still dropping from the air right now, but they are still getting fight. As the esports player getting knocked, player getting finished quickly. Air again, your sports getting knocked and again getting finished. Commander getting knocked, getting a knock guard again getting knocked. Again, they are very not nice to be seen because the guard is taking down the esports player, but we will be seeing some changes. We could see some changes, but they still the teams are fighting spirit is quite weak. So then that needs to be fixed right now. That needs to be fixed, but the players are getting knocked by the commander and the guards. That is needed to be fixed. That the problems. They getting the knocks. Sabiro getting a knock and getting a finish. One of the teammates is also knocked, but we will get seeing either he will be recovered or not. Yeah, the players going down, but he is getting also pushing ahead. Nade is pinned at the perfect level. He's getting knocked at again. The nades has turned the tables right now. Last man standing. Again, he's reviving his teammate. Another teammate is nearby, but I don't know if he will be able to revive both of them. Both of them are still knocked. Oh, sorry, one player is recovered. Still, they have recalls. Player getting rushed at, but Nade is on the perfect place, but it doesn't make any change. Two players is standing. Two players have very peculiarly low HPs. They are getting knocked and they are getting finished. And Cyberhero is at a recall, even though he doesn't have any weapons on his hand, but he's going to recall him. Anyways. Dominations, we can see the dominations. Here comes the GR Esports. GR Esports getting recalled and destroying and dominating Team Syria, Siberia. You can see the Mangma Esports also getting a kill. Next Sports moving along the line. Manga Sports getting BBY Esports kill and TS Sports again getting kill of Cult. First blood. Yeah, the first blood is of Team Siberia. The teams have made their first ball in the match. No, but it's still that the matches are still getting upheld and they're still managing to get kills right now. In front of them, they are fighting right now. The spirit is still a big chance, but the recall is in nearby. But he might be getting rusted. He might be getting eliminated. He decided to rush in, but he's getting knocked. He is getting too much rust in. Oh yes, the first bird. It was of Sim Cyber Team Not. Team BBY is getting rusted by Big Mangwa, but teams is still there. Two teams are getting finished. They are getting finished out of this match. One player is down, T is down, but still he will be getting many more again kills after this time. But they still there are some time left from the team's manga, and they're still having very tough time. Yeah, the team that came second in the last match are able to get 7 kills, which is the highest in this match currently. They have teams of 4, but still they're getting knocked in the cards. They are very not nicely moving along the straight path. Team BSS teams getting again switching their POVs and getting again very much kills in these matches. Again, the teams are very much peculiar. They're recalling their teams and they are still fighting with their own might. But we will see that their teams are still having a chance. They are still getting a manageable kills, but still the teams will need to be performing more, and the teams need to perform more because they want to win this match. But still, there are time. This is the last match. This is the last day. But still, there's some matches left. There are 3 matches left of this match. Following the match, the 3 matches will happen. So following the match, we will see many teams as well. Ustad and Perry Vats getting knocked. Here, the Baza Esports Gunzi Esports Gunzi is moving along, and the two players are getting down from the plane. They are getting recalled, I guess. Limit Sports here, zone closing in. 19 seconds, 18 seconds, 17. Countdown begins. The new zone formation of new zone begins, but the teams are still outside the zone. They will be fighting for their own spirit. But let's see what will happen in this match. We will seeing many changes in this. The map view is quite fantastic, but let's see. The teams are still outside the zone. That unfinished line indicates that zone. That is zone, and the final circle, the full circle, indicates the zone safe zone. Still, yes, they are getting again knocks out of knocks. They're getting finished right now. The exports is getting out of the hand. They're still rushing in. They have 5 kills again. But the teams holding the most uppermost kills are still the team that got second in the last match, but they're getting rushed in. Limit Sports getting rushed in ahead of themselves. They're getting ahead, fighting for their own might. Teams are still fighting, but one player of the S2S so suit to survive is one of them is knocked. I guess he might not be able to be recovered. Here comes the rush. Next sports getting nade on the self, Molotov on the self, but 1 versus 2 situations they're getting very cuffed up. He's getting out of this match with the dominations with on the name of next sports. The dominations was quite nice. The nominations we exceed. Yeah, the team T721. T721 is a game getting eliminated early in the match, but Team Zero was not expected to get eliminated. It was unexpected as they performed so well in the last match. But we cannot speak of the past because the past changes as always, and the chances of getting a win is very peculiarly less because the other teams are still fighting for it, and the teams fighting for it will again get many chances out of their hands. Here we can see the teams are still fighting. On the uppermost side of that hill is Manga Sports Zone closing in. 30 seconds left, more than less than 30 seconds left, 25 seconds left. But we will see what will happen in this match. What is going to happen? Teams are moving along a line, but STG Sports, they are still managing to get overhand and uppermost things. Here, the map view, we can see that the half of the teams are already in the map, but already in the zone, sorry, but the teams which are actually in the zone are still left out. They are left out, and the map view is going to end. We can see the normal POV again. Normal POV we can see is quite figured. Here, the BBY Sports getting a knock by running MTN Sports running over him or her. That's the peculiar reasons to speak of. Many reasons to speak of this match are ill, but still not that ill. As the teams are getting turned down, they're getting very much falsely occurrence. Play sports. Next sports is targeting him, but he's quite in a safe area, but he might not be lasting for long the time. He's not getting any chances of staying furthermore. Again, we will seeing very much changes. They are still fighting for the win, but they are still not getting a win, but they are fighting for it. Here the BBY Sports getting knocked. In front of them, the cyber team is going to flank around them. But they are still having some rough time over the win, over the matches, over the everything that is happening in this match. But let's see what will happen in the end of the match, but that's just to wait. We can see that the teams on the 16th position is getting eliminated, not all one esports, sorry. And the map view is quite fantastic. You can see the teams are getting very much less space than before. They are still having a chance of fighting spirit. And now, even right now, they're still fighting, not backing down. Yeah, the teams are getting a rush and spray on the other teams, but that rush and spray is no longer a choice. That is why the players are performing much more tactical work than the normal work that is needed to win the match. The players are thinking of two opposite reactions, whether they will succeed or not succeed. That's the main point. But we are not seeing in this match CH Sports getting finished. But we will see what's what's waiting on the end of the match. We will see some changes in the heartbeat of the players as well. They're getting ahead of themselves, they're getting kills, they're getting everything they want right now. Team next is getting very much fastly killed, but they are still managing to win over the matches. They're still managing to win over the matches. They're still managing, but they have many difficulties ahead of themselves. They were fighting, they will need to strangle themselves in the troubles to get the match into a win, to convert a match into a win. To convert the match into a win, there's lots of things. Yeah, that's the main point, but we can see that the teams are getting squeezed in right now. They are still managing to get into the zone, but the teams have many left, and the last match fight will be interesting. 11 teams are left within a short range of radius. Missed his spray. Spray is quite weak. And he's speaking again. But he had a disadvantage of the smoke. Smoke, but still he managed to get a damage, but still, it is not the choice. We will see. We will see that in the future. That's the spray. That's the future. We will be seeing the match converting sprays. Match is converting into the last stage. Teams are still high amount of teams are left. 10 teams are left. They are quite the high number upholding this lobby. Wow, what a drive! Driving is fast. He's getting killed. That's a very bold move, but the bold move doesn't really have any expectors. That's a very bold move, but still that is getting weakened output. That is a very interesting move, but still the teams in front of them will not give any chance of fatal mistakes. That's the very dumb mistake to have. Yeah, the one sports is getting ahead of themselves. One sports getting finished. Lee sports getting again finished in the ninth position. Eighth position. HTG esports getting finished. But then one eliminations. You can see that the best esports is with 10 eliminations, but we can say it was, suppose, and it was, but now it is not there anymore. But still, the teams are just behind of them can make the win. We can see that the TRSS esports can make a win because they have an advantage of men on this side, but not only on themselves, but next sports is very much talented as well. They are getting far more points in keeping. The eliminations, carrying table eliminations, they are very much quite quietly doing anything they want. They are freely moving. They are freely moving under the guidance of the IZL, but they are still assaulting. They are still assaulting. They're getting kills. They are getting everything that the IZL wants and wants them to cooperate with. You can see that the teams are getting finished. Teams are getting finished. Next sports. By next sports is getting on fire and fire after each shots. If next sports makes this match a chicken dinner, they will get into the top of the leaderboard. Yeah, the team Bangham is getting finished at. Team MS is again next sport is moving ahead. They're playing aggressively, but the aggressiveness is not required in the end of the match. Only the tactical Snake comes in a perfect situations, but against the nail is going to pin him. And the pinning is still not the choice. Even though he will hit the steps right now. Three players are three players are falling. Teams are still reading rust at next sports getting a rust. They are getting finished, but the Molotov had an effect and they is getting finished by a gun S12K. S12K is a nice gun to have on their back. But we will see some changes. We will see some changes. Last two teams remaining. One with four versus one situation. Will he be able to get out of the situation? What a knock! He's getting knocked right now, but he has the every information needed. But let's see what is going on. But he's still not a chance, no chance. But getting a winner at second dinner. Without a second thought, this match has converted and been taken over by its second dinner. That is a quite fantastic one. And to all the teams, happy. The teams are happy right now, but still they were, and they know they are underperforming, but still they're quite fantastic. WCD, the kills, and sorry, the total knockouts is 175. The total kill will be the total killing will be 19 with 7 assists. That is quite nice. Moving on, match summary. The match summaries we will see. Okay, the match summaries. We can see that there were 31 and 33 knockdowns. Two teams were getting knocked and getting finished at the same times. Teams were very much reviving themselves from the teammate and they were getting a chance to live another match or another chance in that match. Teams are very much fighting with a fighting spirit. But still, there needs to be some changes right now. So moving on to the fraggers or there are rankings or match rankings. Match rankings, we can see that the players who were performing again are on the top team. Next sports is quite nice now, as they have already taken a lead among themselves. Teams with 29 points is very nice, but nice thing to have. But still, there are some chances. But we will see some changes right now. Again, we will seeing some of them getting pushed, then getting into fight. But let's see what will be happening in this match. Overall standings. Overall standings. Moving on, go to the overall standings. We can see that the Buzzer Sports maintaining the lead, 39 points. Exports just falling behind with 31 kills and as followed, so as shown in the leaderboard, there is much more opportunities. There are there are much more chances. And let's move on to the highlights for now. Take a break. Till then, take care. Okay, I have just got a news that we'll be seeing overall fraggers. Let's see overall fraggers. Overall fraggers, we can see that all of the players' informations. But moving on, moving on, moving on to the highlights. We will be back after a short break. Thank you. Here, the third match of the day begins. You can see that the playing path. We will be seeing some fun moments in this match as well, like the previous match, an intense battle between teams, and this map. This map is also known as the map of drop classes. We'll be seeing a map view soon. We'll be seeing the playing path and the team's drop as well. Yeah, the team's deciding move is wrong, but still they are getting a rise. Still the teams are moving ahead, and still the team's last match were wrongs. Yeah, yeah, the teams are getting into the zone. The zone has already formed, even though the teams haven't, it's still got the chance to drop from some of the team hasn't still got the chance. Still the teams, still there's some chances of them getting ahead of themselves. We can see the fights are getting starting. Yeah, the team is still have chances of them getting a drop class into the drop class, but still left some chances. Still have some chances left right now. Still they are getting shot at, but still there are sometimes the grenade is being pinned from the team, but still many teams we have seen that they are in a drop class situations, but still, still I want to say that the teams are still ahead of themselves, fighting over anything. But still, we will see sometimes where that there will be difficult situations in which they will have to fight in very particular situations. Yeah, still there's some teams left in the matches. Drop class is happening, but the drop class still has sometimes left. Here we can see that the Big Baby is getting 1v2'd. They are very 1v2'd, 1-on-2. But still he managed to one on self take them. Self detect them right now. But still they're getting sorted at, and that is quite the nice thing. The matches are becoming very stressful and very accurately hard. Be moving on. They're getting sorted out, but there's still some chances left. But we will see that they are still having a tough time dealing with them. Perfect nade, but we will miss that. Yeah, the one sports teams get eliminated, and their last man standing is also very much speculated and they're eliminated from the match. It reveals that's not nice for following along that they were performing good, very good in the last match also. The one sports has been finished. The first match may first teams to be eliminated in this match. And following along, I guess the Leo esports or the Mangma esports will be getting finished. Esports has last been standings. They're on the top of the hill, but they are getting still shots at, and they are still peeking their heads out of the no out of their windows to get a better view. But a better view would cost them this their game, and the match will be very difficult for the teams to fight. But nevertheless, he is the last man of the team. He has decided to move. Yes, he has sensed the fear that there is a full team ahead of himself and he will be getting killed, even though he tried his best. Here we can see that he might be have looted a airdrop. Get that racing. Ghillie suits. The ghillie suits is quite nice. But he only gets it from the they only get it from the airdrop or the flare gun airdrop, which is absolutely the same thing. Here the heal battle begins. One heal up. Yeah, the motion sports is getting very much faster and faster after over time. Yes, they are getting ahead of themselves. Yes, they are still fighting for it. We will have to see that the matches are still, frankly speaking, there are some very tough situations right now. The circle begins, even though the teams are still not in the zone, but the circle begins. Under under 15 seconds or the 8 10 seconds they are getting and move into the zone will be changing. I say that you see the new formation of the zone, and the new formation of the zone we can see that the 90% of the teams haven't even reached into its original places, have they? At the play planted to stay if the zone happened. And even though they are from far away, but still there are some chances to get into the zone without any vulnerability. But moving from one place to another is nothing without vulnerability. We'll get some vulnerability because the teams are performing far more than expected. Expected them to, but the teams are fighting. GR Sports getting knocked, S2S Esports getting knocked, ES Sports getting knocked, CR Sports getting knocked. Teams right fighting along again against a full hand, a fist of hand against the UMP, but he managed to win the fight. With the fight, he's getting a revival on his head. GR Sports getting eliminated with 1 points. That is not quite nice. That is not nice. I'm seeing that they are lacking much more behind. Tough situation happening right now. You can see that in front of the teams that are present, this will be getting tough tough battle against the teams that is again in front of them. No, I haven't seen anything like this. The match is getting chilly right now, with Cyber getting eliminated out of the match. 15th position is not going to get any placement points. He is very much far less than from the winning the match. Still 15 teams are left. Still many more minutes are left in the clock for this match to end. We will see. We will be getting the win in the match and the fight as well. The place in front of him has already. They are moving cards to distract him in front of him and back of him. It was perfect, but he wasn't able to be taken down. Here comes the rush. Here comes the rush vehicle. He has healed, but 1v1, 1v2. But he is getting to be finished. And here, Mangha Esports has been converted to last man standings. We are getting very much talks in front of us that we need to be dealing of. You can see that the teams are still performing quite good, but still there's some time left. Limitless Sports moving ahead. One v one situations, but he's going to be taken down. Not all non sports has managed to win this fight against them. But let's see what in particular they will be fighting for. We're seeing some tough situations in the match because the teams are very much close by. The circle closing time graphics as an error has a mistake. It is popping up right now, but it's been removed right now. The zone closing in graphics, but still. You can see that the teams are still performing far less, more performative. The nade onto the house. The nade will decide their future. 13 teams left, they are getting ahead of themselves. TV Sonan getting rusty, but here comes the scene change. Limited Sports getting fired at. Last man standings. He might be getting last man standings. He's firing, but he's been converted to last man standings. He is last man standings. He has a very low HP, but he's dealing with nades and all. He's getting nade onto his face and eliminated his sports. He's getting out of this match. LMT is out of this match with 1 eliminations. The team haven't made any progress in kills except of the HTZ Esports and the top leaderboard maintaining team Bazo Esports. They have quite shown that they are capable what they are capable of. can see that the teams are not still quite not performing as they are moving ahead. STD teams are getting again zone favor condition, but they are still fighting. We will need to be fighting for the zone in the future reference, but they are needing to be changed their position in 37 seconds. No, they are still fighting. Still, they are fighting for the match. There are still some chances left for them to still fight. Yeah, the teams are getting nade on their faces, but still getting finished. Going up, last man standing. He is getting killed by his backup team, who was on top of the story building. But top of the story building, there are still some chances left. Some Sakari buys to survive. They were the second position holders again in the last match as well. But they were not able to do that much of sacrifice and get the second positions. They are getting out of their hand right now. STT Esports getting a move onto the map. They are still making some precision moves that is needed for the match. Crystal Smarts winning. Visually, they can see that the teams are performing far more better than their expectancy. Expectancy is very much tolerable. Although Esports moving ahead of themselves. He is getting chased down. Sorry, he's getting chased by his ICL, I guess. Still, there are some chances. The buggy is moving. Our wheels wins. Everything you do will come back to you again. You have to have fighting will for that. The teams are getting finished right now. Team, Team Siberia is fighting. They all might, but still they have some chances left opening in the map. They might think that you are vulnerable. Comes the Russ on TV3 on the back, on the front. They are getting finished. Last man standings, but you might not be able to get any more kills. They might have to lose this match, either lose this or drop it completely. There's still some chances left right now. They are still having chance of the fighting strategy. Yeah, the spray is coming in. Still, we have some chances left for the match to begin. Begin with this journey towards the end, leading to us to see another records broken. Hillside, there are some teams which they are trying to make angle of themselves. But let's see what is going to happen right now. They're still smoking themselves out of their lungs. But let's see what is going to happen in this match. Who will take the lead? Who will maintain the lead? That's the main question right now. He is still some. You can see that the teams are finally making some moves, making some of them kill each other. Teams are getting shot at. The zone comes, but it is not favorable from the starting of the match to the middle of the match. Still, the HTD Sports is not favorable. Rebels have run. Here comes the rush. Here comes the rush. Especially to the since they're getting out of hand. He's getting killed. What a perfect throw of Nade. Into directly the sack. There will be esports getting out of the match. Us two teams left. In them, who is going to take the lead? Let's see. They are still trying to make some of their moves, but still there are some chances, high expectations from the teams. Here comes the win. Here the team ES has taken the win. The win to it is very quite nice. Teams are still fighting. They were fighting, but still they are suffered enough from the match that they were definitely suffered and they were comfortable doing some streams. Here comes WCD summary with 30 knocks and 16 kills. Yes, 13 eliminations as well and 24,000 damages. I see that the teams, WCD teams, have managed to get 16 kills, but out of the 16 kills, among the winner with second dinner teams, here the most amount of kill is of Mizel, but he will not be able to get any chances ahead of himself. Here we can see the clients of the expectations. There are many clients of the expectations, but here we can see that the see will see this match will decide upon what to do. Match standings says it all that the players were busy and players kept them busy right now. The players are still busy right now as well. But let's see, will they be busy after some times? At the top fraggers, we can see that the top fraggers is still there. I see it, I feel it, and we can see it. We are still able to see the top fraggers. They are still quite fantastic. And let's keep it up, this pace and pace markings. This is what the pace I would like to run at. This is the pace what I will run on the daily basis. This will be the pace that I suggest teams to run. The teams will be participating and they will run from each other and play it safe and passively. At the road to the MVP, we can see that the fraggers, especially the fraggers, special fraggers are from Team Cerebria and Bowser team, to survive team, next Bowser team. There are still some changes needed to be made in the following matches. For that, you have to witness the next match. For that, we have to wait. So, till then, take care for the highlights. Again, we are back with the angles. We can see the map has started, and quite a fun time starting the match, quite with energy. But we will see some sounds is creating. That's being created. Seems we're getting some technical errors right now, but still we were trying to fix it. Till then, please enjoy the highlights. Okay, you are back again in angle map is again with due to some technical errors. Technical due to some technical errors. This is not a round game. You will see, but we are back again. We are seeing very much Pochinki side. We are seeing many teams right now. And we are seeing the teams are fighting. So fighting ahead of the teams, but we will be seeing some connections. The teams will be again fighting for their own. Okay, we can see that the teams are fighting ahead. Teams will be again playing ahead of. The teams are making connections over connections, but they are still fighting over some uh, high raises. They are fitting their own opponents. They are fighting, but they let's see what they are getting knocked. One player is knocked. Let's see. And we are seeing that the teams are fighting right now. Many makers have already accomplished their 6 eliminations, managed to get 6 eliminations. That is quite nice. Uh, Next esports. Next sports is managing again to be again getting third position, but let's see what will be happening. But we can see that the matches are starting to begin very tensely, very tensely. The 30 seconds to the zone, beginning zone will be at 30 seconds. They have acquired the Potato Hill. Potato Hill is a location located at the schools and the Pochinki sites hill. That is known as the Potato Hill by itself. Becomes a net cooking movement. Flow players are already cooking nets. They are finishing off their teams. Nets are going after another and one after another. They're fighting. Map view. Map view, we can see that the zone has already synced down to similar smaller size, but let's see what team will perform accordingly. Now we can see that the teams are pretty much using their utilities and needs and everything they have got on their mind and making a move that is quite frankly speaking very nicely use of utilities. One player got knocked by S2 as esports. They are getting knocked after knocked. Another knock. They are knocked S2 esports. 3 player down, but there's still player for reviving. But let's see, LMG Limitless is going to be third partying. Either they are going to third party this or not. They might be able to third party, but they are still there's some chances ahead of themselves. But I will see. So we will see in the future that the teams will be fighting ahead. to wait. Still, they have taken the chances ahead of themselves. They are getting killed. Limitless was trying to get third party, but they are getting knocked after knock. Last man standing, one player is still knocked. They are getting killed. They were trying to get themselves to eliminate. But they were eliminating themselves, but they was not able to do it. They were trying to do third party, but they still were trying to. They was opposing a threat to survive, to survive esports, but they were not able to continue it. Now, seven teams remaining. They will be seeing some tough matches right now. Here comes a sort from here. Exports. Exports is quite frankly, doing very nice, maintaining the fourth position right now. It's still some chances left for the match to begin. Uh, as the end match will be interesting because there will be mass amounts of kills happening at TBSS. TBSS has last man standings, even though they have 5 kills on the name, but still they will have to do something else to get more kills. And they have to care, and they have to just gain the position points given to them as per the survival time. Um, as per the kills, they can also get kills by just stealing some from anyone. In front of here, next sports, in front of next sports, we can see that the magma sports are getting there, but here comes a free fire, but there is no one. And neither or nor they know that the information is not given to them. But we will be seeing some interesting collabs in this. Collaterals, we can see that the players are helping each other and mating themselves as collaterals, and they are still fighting for it. Here comes the short break on the garage. On just the back of them, there's a team chasing them down. There's a esports chasing them down. As to as esports getting one esports getting down, and they are still trying to manage it. S2S is just behind, fighting each other, but STG Esports is also nearby. Brother Esports is chasing down, but there's one nobody is able to chase them down, but they are just retreating right now. One player is knocked, FSTD Esports, one player is knocked, three months are still standing, but availably alive are just two. Even though they have high in the first match, we could see the high possibilities of the match, but right now it's no chance of anything else. We'll be seeing everything that the match will has to present us with. Match will present us with everything that is needed to be going on. That's still going on. The Rasin, the S2S players, players get in. The HTG Sports, last man standing, he is eliminated. HTG Sports takes a leave at the seventh positions. Seventh positions with one eliminations for this match. For the name, there is only last match remaining, but they will not be able to conquer this last match as well. But see, we neither can expect anything from them, but some friendly gestures that we will be seeing. 5 kills on the name of TBS. He's last man standing, but what a name. You perfect use of backup, but still there's some chances on just back on the back of him. There's a TX Esports. TX Esports managing to pressure him into some managerial kills. He has the information, he has the DBS in front of him. He's getting taken down from behind. is going to be taken down by Freon. Baza Esports is on Rampage mode. Rampage mode, Baza Esports in Rampage mode, and TBSS is being taken out, and Exports is will or be eliminated from this match, or they have just lost some men's on their name. Oh, they're still alive. The men's next esports are still alive. Congo Esports is still live. Four players are left. TRX Esports, last man standing. I guess one player will be knocked because he has very low HP. But if the players are closing in, only if the players are closing in, but still they have chance of doing much more better. We can see that the players are still standing in the match, fighting through their wills and mind. Is standing right now is again demonstrative of as most things that happens in esports take competitively. Here we can see that the players are still fixing themselves against some covers, hard covers, providing the hard covers. Providing the hard covers, we can see that the players are still alive. Some players are still having to divert themselves. Still, we have some points. Still, we have some points. And the players are still managing themselves to get kills, and the match has coming to an end, halting to an end. Other esports getting ahead of themselves. They are getting 7 kills right now. Maybe has on hand 1v1 situation is being taken down 1v1 on this 1v1, and he's still having chance to fight against next sports. Your sports getting eliminated at fourth position with 3 eliminations. He's getting sauce from the back. He's getting sauce from the back, but he has a backup. But he's still last man standing. No, he's not standing. The last match is will be after this, but okay, what a perfect nade. Next Sports has managed to throw a perfect nade, running the favors, but two-man standings versus one-man standing is still nice favor, but we'll have to see because here the Baza Esports has been eliminated. We can see the wonderful chicken dinner, but we can see that the next sports will, the next sports more WCD summaries. You can see that they have only scored 5 kills. 5 kills. They have managed to get 1,000 damage, but 3 knocks with alongside 3 knocks. But moving on to the match team stats, you can see that the main players contributed the most is ex Santi GG with 4 kills, but the highest kills, I guess, will belong to the teams of Gaza. Match summary is no draw for Lutis in this match, but 80 knocks with 15,000 damages and the longest kills being to 321 and total eliminations being 73 and headshots are 10. Alongside it, the match rankings comes up. The match rankings comes up. The S2S esports with 18 points. Alongside them, just the behind of them, there is 16 with 16 points, with 16 total points. Baza esports, the second in a winner, second who was the winner of the match, has only managed to get 15 points, which is quite nice, but far more less than compared to the match rankings of S2S or Baza Esports. Baza Esports has this gap of 1 points, but it's just a few margins of talking, but still that is a wonderful times. And moving on to the overall results, we will see the overall results, and that is happening right now from the starting from the last LEO esports with 8 eliminated total point and one esports with 5 points. And again, the last team has 3 points. I didn't get the name. Baza esports 61 points. Next esports 79. Sorry, it's 49. 45 for S2S and 43 for Team Siberia, 34 for TBSS. And again, I didn't have the time to read it as the at TG Esports 21 and the road to MVP. Road to MVP is in here. The road to MVP, and we can see that the road to MVP is 19 eliminations with S2S. T-Cuz has managed to get 19 eliminations. He is very much farly, sorely close to the MVP positions, but not just behind him is Bazakio with again 19, but this damage, average damage is more and the survival time is more, so making him far more MVP towards. And that's all for now. Moving on, we will move on to the next match. Till then, take care, enjoy the highlights. Okay, we are back with the last match. This last match will bring many changes, and we will have to see what's happened alongside it. So, starting of the match, we can see that the players were speaking of the players that was performing far or less fastly, very fast and very vastly, and the matches were matches were like bullets. They were rushing into the matches, and they were getting very much posting, posting in their minds were to do some practical works on their mind, and they were doing it as well. The teams have made their drops right now. Teams have made their drops right now. Hey, as we can see that the match has been forwarded. Okay, so we can see that the matches has been performing very greatly and very vastly. Due to some circumstance, due to some technical errors, we were disconnected from the match like the previous match also. So we are facing some errors as well. One SP on the side. You can see the nade has or the molly, they were pinning on themselves. Yeah, he's without any. Hey, here comes some soft. He might be coming out of the window. He's coming from the back. He's coming from the top, I guess. He's making an angle. Yeah, his angle has one day he's getting a knocked. He's getting a knock. He's changing his positions. He's changing his position right now. He's outside. Now outside he's playing very vastly. And speaking of vastly, there are many chances that he might get knocked. So we will be seeing a quick fire. There's a knock again. So we can see that the teams are performing very well. And you can see that the players are performing very well. 61 points on the tops and 3 points on the down. Again, we can see that the players are again. Some teams have missed their matches because they didn't have a chance to win this, so they didn't want to. Not some teams. There are 5 teams missing their slots, and they might have thought that they were not being able to conquer their teams ahead of themselves, so they didn't want their time to be wasted. But we can see there the times when the time comes, the players always come there for just the training only. And you can see in the front, inside, on the back side, right now, he's getting knocked again, fighting through the splits, coming up ahead. There's a team, Next Sports. Next Sports is getting hits from the back. ARX Esports is getting him a hard time, giving them a hard time to finish themselves. You can see that the teams are performing very well. And here, the TRX team has already managed to get 1 point, the name, as an animation point, and not esports have managed to get 4 eliminations point, which is very great in the, under the circumstance that this match has just begun. That the circumstance that this match has just begun, and we will be seeing far more troubles ahead in this match. TRX Sports player getting knocked right now. The team Next Esports is making their move again. TRX Sports getting flanked back to their original base. Oh, he might be flanking again. TRX Sports getting eliminated with 1 eliminations point. And they are walking freely on the mods, on the ground. They will be finishing up them themselves. And we can see the map view as well. The map view, we can see that the players have already started to rotate, and the teams are still trying to rotate and get to the zone. It's very central to the zone. But the drops, those teams who have the drops are quite fantastically enjoying the mood. The nearby circle has no team, so there are many chances to get through the zone and into the safe zone because there is no teams to fight with. See, this match has begun very much attractively and very vastly nicely used, nicely executed as well. Nicely executed as well. And we will be seeing some drastic changes in this as well. And we are viewing this map as very nice peculiar things that might have to depend on themselves. Magapuma is knocked right now. Might be getting recovered. He is recovered right now. And see that the teams are remaining. Not even 10 minutes has passed, but still 10 teams are remaining. But in the following previous matches, we could see that in the last event there were more than 15 teams. In the 10 minutes mark, there were more than 15 teams, or and just below 15. So just below mark 10, 15. It's Easy Esports is performing very well right now. They are going ahead of themselves. Easy Esports getting shots from everywhere. They are getting knocked. They are getting knocked, and they are only in their own compound. And the S2S Esports is also making angle to kill them, make them their own mates, and count them as kills. Mango Esports is eliminated with quite a high points, 9 points, making their points a very much greater one. So to speak, it would make them 43 points taking exit. That's quite nice. Speaking of them, let's see here the LV Esports is getting out of the match as well. Lee Sports getting this match last man standing, but will they be able to handle it or not? That's the question. Lee Sports will be able to be not able, was not able. He's getting eliminated. They are getting eliminated with 4 eliminations point as their own name. They have got the although they have got the the position point of 8, but still they have some time left for them to think again. In the next tournament, they will be rethinking every decision of their own. The esports is moving along the line. They are performing nevertheless, neither this is 1v1 S2S esports is getting knocked, he's getting finished, but here comes the S2S esports, another player, here comes the PvP of another player, T6 Sport getting out, knocking him with just a UMP, but last man standing, C2S, last man standing, he might be getting knocked, he's getting flanked from everywhere, from the behind, he is getting a push right now, just slammed in, he's been building, so he might be getting in a tough situation right there. There are 3 teams and last man standings alongside them. There are 2 players just about this speaking of them, but they were now dead. That's right now we can see that they were very much alive just a moment before, but now they have been lacking and they are just performing it for now. Position points. Circle will close in under 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So the new circle has formed. You can see the new circle is much more smaller, but all the teams are nearby or in the zone because they are already aware that the zone might affect them more even more. And the zone has nothing to do with anyone else now because they all are in the zone, and the upper side of the zone, the circle, the safe zone, is still unacquired. So they might move on to the top and just make it their own. Sports performing very well. 5 kills on the name. 5 kills on the name already. If their Triton minutes have already passed 6 teams remaining, but still there are many times to end this match. 20 sports getting out of the match at 0 eliminations. Next sports getting knocked, but will he be able to get revived or not? That's the main question. He's getting inside and he's reviving him, but is he able to do it quite fast or not? Because there's slamming, might be slamming, but there is no chance of slamming, I guess. There was some chances, but they decided to just flew by them. And S2S Esports is S2S Suit Survival is here looking at a car. So might be looking at some players. Comes to TS Esports, just a bit very light down, but he went getting down. T S2S Esports getting out of the match at 6th positions. This was a great match for them. Here, Team Siberia again getting knocked down, but let's hope for the best and let's wish them all good luck because they are maintaining the 4th lead. They might overcome the 3rd and the 2nd, both of them due to these matches, and they have a high number of kills as well. Moving on to the next matches, there are only 11 players left. And 11 players left, but there are many opportunities to get more kills. But here comes the Russ. Here comes the Flashman standing. And he's inside, but he's getting killed. Team Bazo is getting out of the match. That is what thing. Team DS is getting ahead, and he is getting very much near the end of the zone. I guess he's trying to make any angle possible to take them down. You can see that the professional numbers of the above represents what you might be seeing is you see that the team's uh, circle is closing in 20 seconds. That is a new thing. And 3 teams left, but still they will go on a long fight because this big map and this team's left is spotted in the buggy. He's going to be taken down. He's not. He might be not able to be recovered, has we? So new zones forms in 2-1-0. CS Esports getting out of the match, or someone is out of the match. I didn't quite get it, but still there's someone out of the match. If we're looking at the map, see that all the teams present in the zone are present inside the zone. They have no travel, they have no requirement of land because the land is very big and very vast. It's free from exports. Sorry, Siberia. Exports and Siberia. Team Siberia is playing at team next. That is quite fantastic. Has 2 teams left. Is getting sorted at, but next boards and both of the teams have the same number of winning chances because they are both surrounded. Even though they're surrounded, their own target will be to gain more kills because the kills, higher the vulnerability, and higher the kills to be counted as points as well. You see that the matches has been converted to 6 players, 3 on one side, 3 on other side. That is the thing. You see the exports is playing very well. They are performing very well. Exports is getting knocked. One player is getting knocked with an eliminations. They need the eliminations right now or to maintain their top positions point, and they might be even become the champions of this tournament. This is the last match. Even though they are still trying to improve, they are still not able to attend their own shipment and own environment. Statement states that the Siberia team is quite famous for its own type of foods. But let's not get into that. But if we were to speak here, we can see that Team Siberia is performing very well, but still 9 kills versus 9 kills. That's the main thing. So we can see that the players have formed exports getting a raid in front of Team Siberia. Next is going inside the team next. Team next is going inside the Team Siberia cabin. He might be getting ahead of himself. He is very much talented if you were to speak. Can't be seeing from the one POV for too long. That's the main thing. See, this buggy has been made has his vehicle. last man standing, I guess. Last man standing of next days. Will he be able to do 1v3 or not? Famous have front nearby, but next course is getting out of hand and Team Siberia gets the win. Team Siberia is very much likely to win the match and has won the match. Whenever it's second dinner, it was a great tournament, but we have to reach a conclusion. We have to reach the champions, and we have got the champions, and we have got the champions. First of all, let's now move on to the champions for now. Let's view the match summary and the second in the summary. For the winner team, we can see they have killed 11 players, 1500 damage, and 5 knocks and 5 assists. That is quite frankly speaking very nice. But moving on to the about the CDs, stats. We have to see the stats. CD stats there, eliminations point of I cannot read that name, but still there is Team Siberia, but he is with 7 kills. That is most valuable player of this team for the match. Let's move on to the champions and the runner-up. We will be seeing very shortly. For that, we have to continue by just seeing the match summary. 6 knocks, 2 drop rotate, 15,422 damages, 4 grenade kills. Longest distance kill is 292 meters and 53 eliminations and 5 headshots, and total heals is 5,360. So that is what big heck of a thing to have. Right. Let's move on to the overall results. Overall results is not showing because it's the match results. Match results it's showing that the 21 points is on the name of the champions, and the runner-up is next esports, and the second runner-up is not esports with 10 eliminations point for this match only. Why? We have seen the champions for today. This is the match. This is the one we have been seeing. This is something we have seen. The champions of the tournament, champions for the day. Today's match has come to an end with absolute beast of the beast. We will be seeing some great changes in this. And the first runner-up of the match, of the tournament, is Team Siberia. It has managed to get many points, but let's move on to the next. Second runner-up. Second runner-up coming up. Second runner-up coming up. You can see that the team next has also performed very much drastically in the last match. We were able to see very much viewing the point of them is very nice, and they were managed to get 2 chicken dinners as well. That is very quite and very frankly speaking very good. So that was all for the tournament, and the MVP of the tournament or the event is I can say his name properly, so I won't be speaking, but he is from S2S. So congratulations to him as well, and all the teams that has participated. Of all the teams have participated, but we have ended the match, and we have ended the match here and now. We will be enjoying the highlights. Till then, take care. Please enjoy the highlights, and we will be ending the live.